Welcome everybody to another episode of Recreate the Future. We are still in season 1. We're having still a look deep into the future of manufacturing, and I'm super happy today to have Pierre from Cults, or like I learned today in French, you say Cults, which is also okay, with me, who will tell us a lot about the topic of user-generated designs. So thanks a lot for taking the time, Pierre, and welcome.
Thanks, Manuel. Thanks for having me.
Maybe Pierre, you would just want to give us a brief introduction of who you are, what you do, and basically what Cults is all about.
Yep. So maybe about Cults. So Cults is a platform where designers can sell their 3D models for 3D printing. They can either sell it or share it, but we are a platform. We have created the platform with my two co-workers, Hugo and Sunny, about 10 years ago now. So it's a lot of time. And I am co-founder of the platform. I don't know what can I say more.
Well, great. I think so. I think what you say yourself about the platform is that it's the leading independent 3D design platform.
Yeah.
And this reminded me that most of the other platforms basically belong to one of the big printer companies, right?
Yep, it's a good point indeed. We saw many platforms since 10 years now. Some of them are closed, some of them were bought by a 3D printer manufacturer. Yeah, we are pretty proud and happy to be independent. We do think it's important. It's not crucial because, at the end of the day, people are browsing internet and are choosing the model. So independent or not, they don't care. They just want a 3D model. But still for us, it's important. What we do value to be independent is that since the beginning of the website, we had to earn money. I mean, we don't have a big company behind us. We cannot afford to be not successful, because if we are not, the website is down. So in a way, big and independent make us David versus Goliath, and we pretty like this kind of image.
At the end, probably this is the primary reason why you started where you gave designers the possibility to monetize very early on, right?
Yep. In fact, it was pretty hard at the beginning, because when we launched it, there was only Thingiverse. It was the only platform on the market. A few months ago, my manufacturer created a platform too, but there was no way to sell models. It was just a free platform at the beginning. They changed many things since their launch. But yeah, we were the only platform to let designers get money from their 3D models. So many people were skeptical, and more than skeptical, people were like, okay, so it was free, now they can sell it, so it's not going to be free anymore. Our point of view was a bit different. We thought, okay, designers take a lot of time to design 3D models. They make sure that it's perfectly 3D printable. They use electricity, time, they use filament. So they need at least some bucks to buy some filament. It seems to be 100% normal now, but you can be sure that 10 years ago it was clearly something very weird, and people were in fact a bit mad, because there was a fear that this open source market will not remain open source.
Yeah, to be honest, we tested it. We tested the feature ourselves with a couple of our designs, and I think as a price, I think we chose something around €1, like 95 cents or so. And it was really interesting to see how, based on our designs, how the conversion rate basically from views to downloads dropped significantly in the beginning. And then we also had the discussions, okay, shall we put it for free? Because we have a different model, so we want as many people to use it as possible. Yep. So we are not dependent on the monetization. But what is from your experience the most common price for the download? Because it's a very complicated topic, as I already saw in one of the last episodes. Because is it then allowed for reproduction? Can I print it as many times as I want? How does it work?
Yeah, it's a good question. We have two licenses on Cults. One is only for personal use, so you can sell a model, and the people that will buy it can use it for sell for family max. and he cannot share or sell the model. He cannot share or sell the printed version of the model. And there is another license that is commercially okay. So you can upload the model at a price, obviously a higher price. I mean, it's up to you, but it's better if it's higher. Yeah. And people can then sell the 3D printed version of the model they have downloaded, never the model himself. Sorry. Yeah.
So what's like a common price as of today on the platform for something like a private license?
Yeah. It's a question we frequently have. Our recommendation is between 2 and 5 euros or dollar. It's pretty the same now.
Yeah.
I do assume it's a good price because both on the designer side you get money, and on the customer side it's okay because it's not that expensive. That being said, some models can cost a lot more because some models maybe a designer's worked on it for 6 months, and yeah, it deserves a lot more. So yeah, we recommend between 2 and 5, but obviously it's up to the designers, and it depends a lot on the model.
Okay, and I don't know if you know the data, but based on the entire platform, how many of the designs are monetized as of today, and how many are free?
I had a look just before our talk. I was sure you were going to have this one. It's 60% paid models and 40% free models currently on the platform. Okay. So they are more sell models than free models.
Okay, but I mean, like that's a benefit for you because in the 3D printing market landscape, more or less, you can monetize meanwhile on a couple of ones, but people I think know you go to Cults for like the high quality, rather paid models, right?
Thanks a lot. I do hope we do work for exactly this kind of remark. In fact, we are, I think, maybe not the only one, but the biggest pay per model business, because you can get models on Patreon, you can get models on My Factory with monthly fees. Now I think many platforms do that. Thanks is doing it. I think Printables is doing the same. I mean, you can pay each month to get models and give money to the designers. And we do think that this approach is okay. It's a very good approach, I think, for big designers, because when you ask people to pay every month, you have to be active. You cannot just drop 1 or 2 models and wait for the money to come and just reply if there is a problem. You have to be active. So I think this kind of approach is something that is great for big designers that have time to design. Our approach is to be just available for everybody, all designers, big, little, medium, or small designers too. So this business model is ongoing since now 10 years, 9 or 10 years.
Yeah.
It has never changed, and I think people are okay with the way we work, the way it works.
Yeah, nice. Maybe when we're looking at the like your marketplace, because often a marketplace is very difficult to build because you need supply in terms of designs and you need demand in terms of people who want to download something. But let's maybe stay with the design side. I know it from our designs that a couple of ones get downloaded a lot. Some others never appear somewhere, and it's quite difficult to get them going and to be used. Yeah. So basically, like from your inside perspective, like what makes a good or bad design, and what makes them also trending and successful?
My reply is, I think luck is a part of the game. Yes,
that sounds great.
I'm sorry, but you have to. I don't know. It depends on one guy resharing the model and one guy, I know, influencer on TikTok talking about it, and it's a huge success. And maybe the same model without it would be a flop. My morning routine every day on Cults, like the first thing I do in the morning, and that's why I love my job. I open the website and I just browse the 25 or 30 pages of new models that was uploaded during the night. It's this kind of numbers. The bad part is to find scammers and to find bad content written front on Cults, like functional weapons or something. Yeah, I did the details behind, but yeah. So it's the bad part because I have to clean the platform, but it's okay. It's important too. And the best part is that once a day or one every couple of days, I find a model and I find something and I think, what? This model is like a real product that could have been created like 15 years ago. It would have a big crew behind the manufacturer, someone in the marketing, someone in communication, R&D development, and I just discover a model every day made by one guy behind a computer, maybe 1 month or 2 months, with perfect photos, with a great video shared on all his social media. And I think, like, yeah, okay, this one deserves to be on the front page. So our job is to promote content. We don't promote only the excellent content. We promote all the cool content, but we are so proud to find this little creation and to help this guy get this level of luck that he needs, this level of visibility that will maybe make his model very visible to the crowd. So I know it's frustrating.
No, and I can tell it's true because when a couple of our models went live on your front page or in one of your collections work very well. I can say from a download perspective as well. That's really nice. But then you say also from the content perspective, like just like some info for up and coming designers and everybody who wants to share his own designs on Cults. What would you say? What should they look out for on the content side?
We do have a page we can send you, or we can send to your viewers, and it's a page we send to designers with a list of good ideas or little tips to make your design better. Having a good photo is the level 0. Just being seen, just having a good visibility. Many people are using GIFs on Cults.
We as well. It works much better.
Yeah, clearly it's bad for our. We have to pay more because the bandwidth is not great with this, but still it's very important because it attracts your eye and you can see in 2 seconds how you can use the 3D model. So yeah, GIFs a good move, good photo, the good description, and also we are here to promote design. Like I said, every morning I select designs, I share them, I put them on page. I select the best to share them on our social media, but we cannot do all the job for designers. So in the listing, we also have some ideas like sharing your model in Facebook groups or on Reddit or on TikTok or
Reddit is, for us, Reddit is our biggest traffic channel.
Yeah, indeed, and I think you can. It's a big channel. Yeah,
I would say it's one of the most complicated social media channels in terms of concept and language and how to communicate there. But I mean, you just get the right users who are very involved, and you get a lot of engagement.
Yeah, 100% agree. It's a complicated crowd in here. We had a problem with one and thread. So yeah, I confirm it's a complicated crowd, and we are trying hard to contact them again. But it's complicated. But agreed, 100%. It's a great platform, and models shared there are amazing, and you can feel passion. Designers and people that download from Reddit you can feel the passion. They love to understand why he has designed it, or you can print it. I mean, it's very motivating.
And when we think about, I think I read that you just passed the mark of 1 million designs available on Cults, right?
1.1. Yeah.
Okay, so then I know how many pages you already had to went through in your morning routine.
Quite a count how many mornings in 10 years.
But just to get a feeling of like how many designers are out there basically contributing those 1 million designs.
I can give you this info. I think it's 60,000 maybe.
Because I think very often, I mean, like within this field of 3D printing, there's like this passive side of users who are downloading, printing, and then there's this very active side of designers contributing either paid models or free models.
Yes, the percentage, we do have nearly 8 million users, subscribers on Cult, and it's this portion, the designers are a very, very little part of the people that have an account on Cult. So yeah, it's little community, but not that little at all. And in fact, every designer can upload up 10, 20 models. So yeah, it can easily make a platform, a big platform.
No. I mean, absolutely. But I mean, if you think about how difficult it would be to set up a team of 60,000 designers, to contribute basically asset inventory to a page like that, I mean, it's insane, because at the end of the day, all of the work, all of the inventory you have on the platform is crowdsourced, right?
100% agree. In fact, we are happy we're here since a long time now. It was clearly very hard at the beginning to contact designers. It was one-to-one contact all the time. I contacted all the guys. I explained what was the concept on Cult, how they can sell, get money, and everything. We are happy to be 10 years now, and every time we see a new competitor popping on the market, all the time we think, oh my God, good luck. It will be so hard to contact all the designers, to get them, to show them that they are going to have more downloads and get more money with your platform. It's so complicated, and I believe I feel it should be very hard. And like I said, it's a relief for us, because we're here since a long time now, and it's complicated to get the designers at the beginning because you don't have the customers, and designers want to sell, and if you don't have the customers, you cannot sell. And you know, you have to find the perfect balance at the beginning between designers and customers, and be sure that you still have many customers, because at the end of the day, a designer, either he likes or not Cult, he just wants to sell models on Cult or any other platform. I mean, my job is to make sure he's happy to get his money, and he's happy with my service, and he's okay with the bandwidth, and the website have to work. Yeah, but it's the level zero of my job. My job is to be sure the customers are happy and keep buying them Cults, because if they don't buy, designers are not happy.
Yeah, absolutely. And one other thing I recognize, which is a bit kind of unique, are like the design competitions, where there's kind of a prize available for designers, right? And it's always around a topic.
The price, excuse me?
Like your design competitions.
Yeah.
I think they are like in certain time periods, and then basically everybody can participate who wants, right?
Yes, indeed. Yes, the only condition is to share the model for free. So
okay, so paid designs are not accepted, and it has to be free. Free designs.
No. Well, in fact, many designers upload free models. They hope to win, and maybe they don't, so the model became paid afterward. So it's a good move to download all the models from the competition before.
Okay, good growth hack there to how to win design competitions. No, and so when we now think a bit more about like what people are searching on Cults, because I mean, like I went through like the recent trends, and what I recognize is, which you wouldn't expect from a probably rather male young audience, would be that the biggest trending topic right now is Barbie.
Oh yeah, in fact yes. I do think we well, I'm sure we have a very big community in South America, and I know the movie was a huge success there, and so we have many models, like basic models, not something very fancy, but basic models. So there is many search in the Spanish version of the website. So yeah, it explains the trend. Yeah.
No, but then I went on in the tech cloud, and I went through the most trending topics. I saw many topics like movies, TV series, big superheroes, and like the big outlets out there. And then, of course, I went through. And the interesting part was that I didn't see any content from the brands themselves. So obviously, this is all something more like fan-driven and like community inspired artwork, right?
Yes, indeed. And like for designers versus customers, it's hard to explain. Do people design their models because brands are not there, or because brands are not there because people have to design their own models? It's complicated. We should contact all the brands, explain them, hey, you can get customers there, you can even get money because they can eventually sell their models and codes. But it's maybe too long, maybe too complicated, and probably a market that is not big enough for brands, I think, when I'm on the buying part, selling part. I think this brand thing is something that could be used as a promotion. I don't know, Disney is launching a brand new movie, very cool, and they share 3 or 4 models, 3 models, for example, for the promotion of the movie to reach 3D printer of communities.
Absolutely. I mean, because we are talking with Enable 3 a lot with brands, and like the holy grail of all of those projects is always that we don't design ourselves for the brand, by the brand, but that according to some kind of brand guidelines, there's also like user-generated designs, which we call community developments, because just sometimes sometimes not according to the design quality you want or the design language or aesthetic you want, but it's just like a huge multiplicator for the brand, and especially if you have something like you say, like a movie launch or something, there's so much more attention if people like designers are involved and do basically the work for free, share it among everybody's using it. People are spending time with the downloads, and at the end of the day are using it. And for us, it's very difficult to understand why nobody, or not nobody, but so few brands are doing that and are seeing that topic.
Yes, I do agree perfectly. To be honest with you, 10 years ago when we created Cult, we had, I can find the images again, we had a very specific page that was designed specifically for brands, because when we launched the platform, we were 100% sure that brands would be there. We had Heineken. It was 1 month after the launch. We had Heineken. We were excited. It was amazing. It was for a World Cup. There was something to open your beers, etc. Yeah, we do love brands and beer, so it was perfect. Yeah, we was very excited. And finally, it was just one thing, and they stopped doing it. And since then, we can see My Mini Factory open to brands. We can see Printables are contacting brands. Yes, all the platforms are trying to contact brands. To be honest with you, we are Cult with 3 people, so we do not clearly not have time to contact brands. Maybe one day, but for now, we cannot see the value between spending time and getting brands on the platform. Because at the end of the day, in fact, all the models you're talking about are already designed and are already shared on Cults. It's just not labeled at like IKEA is very proud to, I mean, you search for IT hacks on Cult, you'll find many hacks based on IKEA furniture. So yeah. The question is, do we need brand to be involved, or just let the community do it? It's okay. Designers are good. They can find models. They don't have to have the validation, the approval by a brand. They just do it on their side. For now, it's our point of view. But I get your point of view. I get your idea, and I do think that it would be even better if brands would be there and would say, "Hey, have a look at my new furniture. Have a look at my new glass. You can design something around it. It would be amazing." But
absolutely, and I mean, like for the A brands, there are already the community designs. I mean, yeah. Maybe like a Disney or something for the next Mandalorian movie, they don't have to get active. But it would also be like a great tool and like a marketing hack for all of those B and C brands, which are not that big yet, but which would just have better designed high-level inventory for people to use. Let's have a closer look into the topic of spare parts, because everybody told us, yeah, spare parts going to be a huge topic, and every brand will at some point in time have 3D printable spare parts because it will reduce the shelf cost, and spare parts in many cases are not that profitable because they have to be kept available for a very long time. Do you already see brands on Cults going into that direction, or is it still very user-driven?
Since the beginning of Cult, it's something we had in mind. Our focuses were find amazing designers that are creating real products. And when I say real products, I mean marketed products with good photo, like we discussed earlier. And the other point was, yes, creating useful models. Not only because there are many models that are not useful on Cult now, but at the beginning, and we still try to push on our homepage useful models that could prove people that 3D printing is not just printing a little Yoda or this kind of thing. So yeah, since the beginning, it was something we had in mind. And a few years after we launched Cult, we were contacted by a French brand named Boulanger, and they wanted to create a platform named Happy 3D in French. And the idea behind the platform was to gather many brands. It's a reseller in France. They sell ECE stuff, and it's a big brand, like I'm Target in the US or kind of big brands. And they contacted us because they wanted to gather all the brands they sold, and also their own brand, and share 3D models on a platform. So yeah, they contacted us, and like we said at the beginning, we are an independent platform, so we need money. So we say yes to everything. We used to say yes to everything because we wanted to live, So we said yes, okay, let's make a platform for you. So we designed a platform for them. So it was named Happy 3D, and there was many parts from their many spare parts from their models, but none of the other brands that were sold at Boulanger accepted. None of them shared their 3D models. So at the end of the day, we have to ask the question differently. Is the market ready? I don't know. Maybe customers are okay to 3D print their spare part. I think yes. I'm not sure, but I do think yes. But the other question is, are the brands ready? And I do assume that for now the brands are not ready at all. Some brands are. I love this kind of brands because they give power to the makers, and they want their brand to be more open source and have a longer life. But I do think that it's a very small part, and most of the brands just don't care. It's more complicated than easier for them, so it's not something they want to spend time on it.
Yeah,
I know it's a very deceptive point.
Yeah,
sorry for that.
Sad. So I won't put that into my presentations anymore. The big spare parts.
So we can do it a bit later.
No, don't bother. My experience so far is whenever something goes into or deep inside or into the product, people get reluctant, and it's much easier to build, as of now, something around the product when it comes to storage or other use cases or some bit of optimization. But spare parts is still difficult to start and to get into. But let's have a look into the future. Like, what are the you've built the platform. It's 10 years. What can we be looking forward to in the next steps?
It's funny because when you create this kind of website 10 years now, you have a big vision. You always want it to be huge success, huge platform. And in fact, like I said, we are 3 people, and our focus is day to day or month to month. We do have a list of things we want to improve on the platform because we do have a lot of feedback from designers and customers. We upgrade the platform. There is a new feature, promotion code that were launched yesterday. So yeah, we work, but on a daily basis, and we don't have a huge image on the market. We don't want to be the biggest platform of the world. We just want to be the platform that is working perfectly, where customers are happy with the models and where designers get their money. So that's it. So sorry again.
No, but I can tell you, with like people here in the office, with some platforms, they get for uploading, but also for downloading, they get a bit mad because performance is not what you're expecting in 2023, and I absolutely understand it. I mean, basically, The good thing from your side is that all of the content is being driven by the users. So all you have to do is like build the best infrastructure to be active there. Okay, getting to the last question to maybe stay in the range of 30 minutes. Don't bother. I've never managed to stay under 30 minutes, but it's good for me to have some kind of threshold. Based off all the work you are doing very deep into the design part and the users and designer marketplace logic, what's something or like a trend you're seeing from your day-to-day work that most of us are currently completely underestimating?
I will reply something similar that I just said about spare parts. I do think that spare parts and useful 3D models and stuff that can change not people's life, but that can change, something day to day, something easier in your office or in your room. And I do think that people are underestimating this kind of ideas, this kind of smart move, not that easy to design, but very effective. Well, I'm not sure there is a huge business there, but it's something we do push as much as we can on Cuts because it's exactly why we love 3D printing. Something very smart, easy to print, and people can have it in their pocket or see it every day. It's exactly what we do think is a bit underestimated, but maybe it's not something trending. There is not a brand on it, so sometimes.
No, I mean, at the end of the day, the nice thing is the user's deciding what he wants to do with it, and it's very difficult to steer that. We're seeing that. All right, Pierre, thanks so much for taking the time. Sorry for the short power shot.
No worries.
On my side. And yeah, happy to talk to you soon.
It was a pleasure, Manuel.
Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye-bye.